Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's the first day of 2018. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower. 20 years as a licensed full-time minister, three of the largest denominations on the planet, Bible college graduate, over 100,000 hours of study in the biblical scriptures, now 36 plus years of experience across the spiritual spectrum. And I don't know why that doesn't want to focus, but hey, one more time. Let's try it one more time. I guess that's as good as it's going to get. Anyway, need to step up the camera situation here. Bugging me. There we go. It might have been a little dirty, but everybody's given a lot of advice. A lot of advice is coming out here in the, for 2018, New Year's advice, New Year's blessings, New Year's blah, blah, blah. I thought I would give you something that is actually real, something that's actually practical, and something that can actually change your life. And I'm wearing the San Jose Sharks jersey that I got when I played in the San Jose Sharks fantasy camp. Boom. So everybody knows what we're looking at. And it went out of focus again. My bad. All right, so let's talk about something that's practical. Let's talk about something that's real. Let's talk about something that will really help you in a practical way. I want to talk to you about something that transformed my life, something that changed my life profoundly. I got to hear this, says Rack Attack Gamer. Yeah, I'm just out of focus, but we got it fixed up. So there you go. There's this whole idea that we have, and I think it's well-meaning. It's just stupid. It's well-meaning. It's just wrong. And the idea is that we should work on our weaknesses. We should improve our weaknesses. We should strengthen our weaknesses. We should look at the things that we're not good at, and we should get better at them. And I think that's totally bogus. I think that's totally wrong. I think that's totally ridiculous. I think that if you really want to transform your life in 2018, forget your weaknesses. Oh, what's wrong with my hair? Forget your weaknesses. Stop thinking about your weaknesses. Stop working on your weaknesses. And instead, soar with your strengths. Soar with your strengths. Forget your weaknesses and soar with your strengths. I was working for the Marriott Corporation. Thank you, Tricia. I was working for the Marriott Corporation, and they were working with the Gallup organization. Hello, Violet Flame. And they put us through this thing that was called Soar with Your Strengths. And their whole idea was what I've just said to you. Forget your weaknesses. Stop trying to improve your weaknesses. Stop trying to work on your weaknesses, and just soar with your strengths. Because your weaknesses are always going to be your weaknesses. And when you take time, when you focus on your weakness, SOAR, when you focus on your weakness, you are focusing on your weakness. And it's your weakness. Why do you want to focus on your weakness? Soar with your strengths. Silly example, but I remember back when I was into bodybuilding, there was a guy named Tom Platz. And Tom Platz, I wonder if I can find a picture of Tom Platz. This is way back old school bodybuilding, so I don't know how many of you remember Tom Platz, but I had a chance to meet Tom. I had a chance to talk to Tom, and whether you like Tom's physique or not, the point is, I'm trying to make a point about his physique and how it relates to this situation. Tom had a big strength, and his strength was his leg development. I mean, look at those legs. They look like frog legs. I know some of you say gross, yuck, whatever, but this guy is a professional bodybuilder, was a professional bodybuilder. And he was getting all kinds of advice. Oh man, don't train your legs. tone down your legs, work the rest of your body. And he wasn't finding very much success at all. But once Tom Platz said, the heck with you guys, I've been gifted with tremendous leg development, and I'm going to work on my leg development. Once he decided to forget about what people were saying, forget about the advice of trying to, work on the rest of his physique, and to the detriment of his legs, what he finally decided to do was just go ahead and soar with his strengths. He decided to just go ahead and focus on what he was good at, which was that leg development. And his career took off when he decided to just soar with his strengths, when he decided just to be the guy with the great big legs. And he went as high as to finish second in the Mr. Pro universe, third in Mr. Olympia. If you know anything about bodybuilding, Mr. Olympia is the biggest contest ever. And he finished third in the 1981 Mr. Olympia. And I believe he lost to Arnold. 1981 Mr. Olympia. 1981 My Little Pony. That's funny. 1981 Mr. Olympia. Franco Colombo won it. Love Franco. Chris Dickerson finished second and Tom Platz finished third. He actually got robbed because I think this was the year Franco didn't have any thigh separation and he won just because he came back. Chris Dickerson. Anyway, the point is, I don't want to get caught up in that. The point is that Tom Platz soared with his strengths and he rose all the way up to third in the Mr. Olympia contest. He became highly successful just by focusing on what was his strength and forgetting what were his weaknesses and not listening to the silly ideas of don't worry about, of focusing on your weaknesses. It's bad advice. Let me go to the chat room real quickly and see what everybody's saying. You listen to me. I feel like I should listen to you. Let's see what we have here. Accentuate the positive. You can't be good at everything. That's right. And you're very good at some things. Sometimes you have to break through the weakness to find your strengths. I don't disagree with Violet Flame very much, but I think I might disagree with her here. Hey, Travis, nice to see you, brother. You can't be good. Only Jeff can be good at everything. What you focus on will magnify, positive or negative. Michelle Canham Free. That's a really good one, Michelle. And if you do focus on your weaknesses, you will actually be focused on those weaknesses, and it will be to the detriment of your strengths. And your weaknesses are always going to be your weaknesses. Your weaknesses are always going to be your weaknesses. Energy flows where attention goes, says Lakia's Pod. And I agree with that 100%. What you focus, it's called avoidance. You don't focus on your weaknesses but you don't be afraid of them either. You just disregard them. Your weaknesses, boom, don't care. Who cares? Weaknesses are just silly. Weaknesses should just don't even give them any thought. Don't give them any power. Just go and Platz used steroids. He wasn't clean. Thank you, Caveman NJ113. Just came across this channel. Best 3 days of my life. You're awesome, Jeff. Thank you. Travis Thorpe says he's about to work on his strength eating mac and cheese. Boom. Soar with your strengths, brother. Rock it out. You can do incredible things, says Tawny Hendricks, when you focus on your spiritual strength. Jeff Bridges, sweetness is my weakness. When you resist your weakness, they grow. This might be too complicated for some to understand. Violet Flame, you have the right to be wrong. And I have a lot of experience on you. And trust me, working on your weaknesses just isn't worth it. Jeff, did you ever coach sports? No, I coached the hockey team I was on when I hurt my knee and couldn't play for a few weeks. But other than that, No, I probably would be a good coach, but anyway, I haven't done that. And Violet Flame, stay with me. And the rest of you that agree with Violet Flame and think I'm wrong, stay with me. When you work on your weaknesses, and I understand the idea of working on your weaknesses, it makes sense. It makes sense that you work on your weaknesses. And I wonder how many besides me did the candle intention last night, where you burn the candle. And, you know, it's like, take, for example, me and this channel. If I was to say I should be nicer, I should be more even keel, I should be more polite, I should be more, I should be less controversial, if that's the right word. I shouldn't say things like stupid. I shouldn't say things like dumb. I shouldn't say things like idiots. I should be more diplomatic. If I did that, and I think I tried it for a couple of days, if I did that, you would stop watching this channel because it would be boring. And it would be just like everything else. The advice to work on your weaknesses is designed, in my humble opinion, to make you like everybody else. The advice of working on your weaknesses is the attempt to bring everybody towards the status of mediocrity. The advice of working on your weaknesses is like the everybody gets a freaking trophy movement. Now, I don't mind everybody getting a participation trophy, but somebody should get a trophy for freaking winning. I was balanced on Coast to Coast. I'm probably a little nicer on Coast to Coast because I have to be. I'm their guest, and I have to, I have to do what they want me to do. So I'm partially probably am. That's a good example. I didn't watch that show about Simon Cowell, but he was honest, blunt, and sometimes harsh. But you didn't see Simon trying to be more like Paula Abdul, right? You didn't see Simon tend to be more. And here's the real key, and Tani hit it again. What you resist tends to persist. And if you resist your weakness and start trying to work on it and fix it and make it better, it's just going to get bigger and more prominent, and it's going to figure more in your mind. The last Coast to Coast show was, when was it? Was it December? I think it was December 10th was my last Coast to Coast show. Now, if your weakness is smoking, I don't know about that. I'm talking about weaknesses within your abilities. Let's since I got the hockey jersey on, we'll bring it down to hockey. I had a chance. I played in this fantasy camp, so I was playing with NHL players. And there's a goalie named Darren Pang. He was really short. He played for the Chicago Blackhawks. And I also had a chance to talk with Mike Smith, who is the current goalie of the Calgary Flames. He was the goalie of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I had a chance to talk to him, and he saw me play. And my strength was that I had a very good glove hand. You know, the goalie wears the glove on one hand and has the stick in the other. I had a great goalie. I had a great glove hand. I wasn't so great on everybody's bad low stick side, but I wasn't super great on that. So instead of working on being better on my stick hand, both Darren Pang and Mike Smith, not knowing what I think about this, said, you know what you need to do? Yeah, the Panger. What the Panger said is, if I were you, and we played a couple games. He was on my team first. He was against me second. And he said, if I were you, I would bait people to your glove. Your glove is really good. And dude, I've stopped Bernie Nichols on a breakaway. He scored 500 goals in the NHL. But anyway, he said, bait people to your glove. Hold your glove a little low and bait people towards your glove because that's your strength. He didn't tell me work on your lower stick side. He didn't tell me work on your skating ability. He didn't tell me work on your puck handling. He told me soar with your strength, play to your strength, carry your glove low, bait people to shoot glove side. And when I started doing that, I really took off as well in my playing hockey. because I would bait you to my glove, hold a little low, boop, got it. Kind of a silly analogy, but if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Catherine, Emma, no one's perfect. I know you're a Bruins fan. No one's perfect. I still love you. But what I'm trying to say is figure out what you do well and focus on that. Focus on being better at that. Focus on being even stronger at that. Focus on being even gooder at that. And play to your strength. If you've got a great glove hand, bait people to your glove hand. If you are really good at one part, and I'm not talking about personal weaknesses like alcoholism, drugs, stuff like that. Come on, man. We all know that you shouldn't smoke, drink, or chew, or hang out with those that do. You shouldn't be involved in stuff that's detrimental to you. Those aren't weaknesses. Those are bondages. I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. But find out what you do best and just do that. Get better at that. Get stronger at that. Be Tom Platz. If you got big legs, work your legs. If you got a great glove hand, work your glove hand. And what you'll find out is that you'll discover your great basic purpose that way. When you know what you're really good at and you start focusing on it and doing 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 it, you get better and better and better and better and better and better and better at it. And it's already your weakness. So all of a sudden you're doing way better at the thing that you're best at. Soar with your strength. I used to want to be the best in the world at what I did. But now I want to be the only one in the world that does what I do. It's up to you. Find what you're best at. Forget about everything else. And go hardcore at what you're best at. When Cortez came to the New World and his men got off the boats, Cortez burned his ships in the harbor. As a result, his men were highly motivated. Burn your bridges. Put all your eggs in one basket. I am the king of the YouTube heretics. No doubt about it. I am the king of the YouTube heretics. So find out what you're good at and be good at it and focus on it. Forget about the things you're not good at. Don't worry about the things you're not good at. Start some fires, burn some bridges, soar with your strengths. I'm good at breaking down biblical texts. I'm good at being sarcastic. I'm good at employing humor. I'm good at being confrontational in a way that makes people stop and think. So that's what I soar with. Am I ever going to, I've thought about trying to be more politically correct. I'm not going to do it. Done with being politically correct. If you want political correctness, you're in the wrong place. If you want someone that's going to be 100% polite 100% of the time, you're in the wrong place. If you're with someone that's going to be, if you want someone that's going to be using highfalutin, pleasant language all the time, you're in the wrong place. What we're here for today is to just be, she got the rods, Red Honey 9, very good. Mind over your matter. Perfect, thank you, kind, cool. So, just be who you are. And here's what I really want to get to. PC is boring like Prozac. They want everybody to be on Prozac. They're trying to get this this constant level of mediocrity. And this is real big because I used to wear the chest protector and everything under it. This is a game-worn jersey. So find what you're good at, do it. Now, let's move to another portion of this. Let's move to another level of this. We all walk around, most of us, trying to be who we think people want us to be. We try to act the way we think people want us to act, or we try to act the way that we think we should act. Instead of just being completely true, completely organic, completely real, and just completely out there who we are. Many of us act that way, live that way, move that way, have our being in that way. Me? I don't do it anymore. What you see is what you get. I am 100% genuine. I'm 100% organic. I'm 100% Jeff 100% of the time. And you know what that means? That means that a lot of people aren't going to like me. And guess what? I don't care. I really don't care. I have made the decision that I'm going to be 100% authentic. Not only should you soar with your strengths, you should soar with authenticity. You should commit to yourself in 2018 and decide to be who you are, raw and unadulterated, as Michelle says. How long have you been trying to be who you want to be? How long have you been trying to be who you want people to think you are? And how's that worked out for you? If you're not exactly where you want to be in your life, why don't you just try being your damn self? I'm my damn self. There's very, very few times now in my life where I filter anything. Pretty much if it comes into my brain, it comes out of my mouth. If I want to do something these days, I do it. If I want to say something these days, I say it. If I want to go someplace, I go there. And I've never been happier. I've never been more successful. And I've never been helping more people. So sometimes, earmuffs, if children are listening, sometimes you just have to embrace the inner asshole. You can un-earmuff now. Bernie was my nickname because of Bernie Nichols. We were tied 9-9. Bernie Nichols breaks in, coming down the right wing, moves in on me, does a couple dekes, and I stopped his shot as the buzzer went off. We went to overtime. Nichols was ticked. Nichols was upset. It was a great moment. He scored over 500 goals in the NHL, and I actually stopped him. It was wonderful. But anyway, enough of my glory days. If it hasn't worked out exactly the way you want it to work out, with you trying to be what people want you to be, with you trying to be what you're supposed to be in your own mind, thank you, Denise. Why don't you just try being who you are? It's taken a long time to become who I am, says Cynthia A., assertive but kind. I found you to be very assertive. I found you to be very genuine. I found you to be very real when you were down at the extravaganza of enlightenment, Cynthia. I found you to be very refreshing. Trisha G says she's loving 2018 already. Al Bundy is just like Jeff. Who's Al Bundy? He must be a really cool guy. I'm kidding. I don't know who Al Bundy is, but I know who Ted Bundy is, and I hope that I'm not just like Ted Bundy. But why don't you just try it? Take January and say, I'm going to be who I am. Oh, married with children. Okay. Just be who you are. Be authentic. Be real. Stop filtering yourself. If you wake up in the morning and you think, you know what, I want pancakes with chocolate chips. Have pancakes with chocolate chips. Just don't do it after 6 p.m. If you wake up and say, you know what, I don't want to go to work today. I want to go to the beach. Don't go to work. Go to the beach. If you wake up and you're at Starbucks and there's a Trisha G, if you go to Starbucks and you see a nice looking lad in there and you say, I want to buy him a coffee and ask him to go out, do it. Don't think about it. Do it. Just do it. Dudes, if Joseph, I've tried to find somebody I know that is single. If one of you dudes, next time you're out at the mall and you see a girl that you think is really pretty and you want to go out with her, ask her out. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. If you think that you want to go join a Tai Chi workout, just do it. If you think you want to go to hot yoga, just do it. I wouldn't do it, but if you want to go to hot yoga, just do it. Just do it. Be authentic. Be real. Because you know what that is, ladies and gentlemen? And I didn't even think about that until right now. Think about this until right now. Trisha G says, I'm already doing more of that. Trust me. Trisha G. And you can pick on me, Jeff. Jonathan, next time you see a young lady or a young man, I'm not sure what you're into, that you want to go out with, go ask them. Just do it. Just do it. You know what that is? That's living your blank. That's living your blank. What is your blank? First of all, get the book Blank. Let me share this with you. And it's not a spiritual book. Let me share this with you. Blank book. Let me show you this book. Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. This is the book you need to get. Get this book. Look, you can get it for $17 on Amazon. Blink, Malcolm Gladwell. You need this book. It's called Thin Slicing. Let's see what Wikipedia says about it. Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking, 2005. Psychology, behavioral economics, adaptive unconscious, mental processes that work rapidly and automatically from relatively little information. It considers the strengths of the adaptive unconscious, expert judgment. Now, thin slicing, what this means is, I'll give you a synopsis. Your brain has been taking in data ever since you've been able to take in data. I wouldn't go with, hey, baby, what's your sign? I don't think that will work very well. Don't think that would work very well. I would just say, hi, I'm Jeff. How are you? Just be authentic. Just be real. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Blink. Your brain has been taking in data ever since you've been able to take in data. From the time you're in your mother's womb, it's taken in data. And it's constantly churning data. And when you say, what should I do about this? You instantaneously get something in your head. That is not a knee-jerk reaction. That is not going off half-cocked. That is your brain crunching all of that data and instantaneously giving you an answer. That's your unconscious, your blink saying, boom, you should do it. You should act on that. It's like the classic example. You're taking a test, A. Then you start thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe it's really C, and you change it, and 99% of the time it was A. You changed it to the wrong answer. Listen to your blink, because your blink is the product of all of your data that you've received over your life, and it's telling you, based on all the data that it's received, what you should do. This is how love at first sight works. Love at first sight doesn't mean you're really in love with a person, because you really can't be in love with someone you don't know. But love at first sight says, oh, I've done the math, and she might be good for you, so check it out. Now, when you start overthinking, that's just no, I know that's what I should do, but I'm going to think it out, and then you change your mind, you're allowing your conscious mind, which is not as powerful as your subconscious analytical mind, to take you over. And you're making wrong decisions by thinking past your blink. So I'm trying to tell you to live your blink. It's a kind of a take on the if it feels good, do it, right? As long as it's not illegal. And if you're a spiritual person, and if you've worked with me, you're able to get the gaps out of your analytical mind. You're able to get your analytical mind dialed up to the place where you're also not only operating in all the data that you've received over your life, but you have got yourself to the place where you can receive the comforter activation, where you can have access to all the information of the Elohim, and you can have a direct hardwired connection to the divine database. Then you know when something pops into your mind, bam, that's the right answer. That's the best way. Do it. Stop second guessing yourself. Soar with your strengths. Live your blink. Act on your blink. Stuart Walker, you should ask Trisha G to coffee. Of course, that might require some commitment on your part to go over to the UK, but hey, that's what I'm saying. Does that help picking up women at the mall? Well, I guarantee you this, Iowa X, you will pick up more women at the mall by asking out more women at the mall. If you never ask the question, the answer is always no. If you ask a girl, you got a 50-50 shot. She'll say yes or she'll say no. If you put a little game with it, you can move the odds in your favor. You're in the UK. What are you waiting for, Stuart? What are you waiting for? So it's not just it's not just mind over matter. Thank you. It's not just theoretical. It's reality. Namaste, Jeff says Violent Flame. Namaste to you. Ask her to coffee. Gut instinct, intuition, blink, yes. And your intuition, your gut instinct, your blink can be dialed up by doing work on it. He already asked. Good for you, Stuart. Good for you. So that's my inspiration for you. That's my advice for you. Different than what you've heard from other people, different from what you'll hear from other people. I mean, how do you think? And let me just tell you, here's another example. This is weird. I did this fantasy camp twice. I'm from Florida. I didn't know how to ice skate. I'd never been ice skating before. I played roller hockey. I'd never been on ice skates. And this fantasy camp was 3 months down the road. So I decided that I was going to play ice hockey, and I was going to play with the San Jose Sharks, the NHL team. Never played hockey before, so I hired a coach, and I learned how to ice skate and how to play goalie. And the first time that I ever played hockey on ice was against NHL players. That's crazy, isn't it? But you know what? It turned out being awesome. And I actually surprised myself with how well I performed. Decide what you want to do and just do it. I know it's a silly, thank you, Angel Moon. I know it's a silly marketing slogan, but just do it. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You may not be that great. Yeah, I'm a figure skater. It may not be that great. But you won't have to sit back and wonder, here's my goal. When I'm an old guy and I'm sitting on my porch, I'm in my rocking chair, I don't want to be asking or thinking to myself, man, I wonder what would have happened if I'd have tried blank. I'd rather be rocking in my chair, chuckling to myself because I tried it and chuckling with the results, either because the results were really good or because the results were not so good, but I tried it. I don't want to leave anything on the table. I want to, well, is that the right metaphor? I want to make sure that I leave it all out there. I want to try everything. The Jeffrey Darty dating site. I do what I can. I'm a humanitarian. I'm here to help. Wayne Gretzky, since we're talking, yes, my trailer has a porch. I got two porches. I got a carport and I got a front porch. And it's a mobile home, not a trailer. I have a real trailer as well. The Beaver. I have a very nice Beaver, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Babe Ruth hit more home runs than anybody else. I know his record's been broken, but Babe Ruth also struck out more than anybody else. Barry Bonds has hit more home runs than everybody else. And I'll guarantee you that Barry Bonds, he was a pretty good contact hitter, but he struck out a lot of times too. And to carry the baseball idiom further, don't stand there with the bat on your shoulder. Take a damn swing. You'll never hit the ball if you don't swing. And if you do swing, yeah, Babe Ruth, no drugs, right? Except for beer and whiskey. Take a shot. And I mean, silly as it is, if you play hockey, one of the biggest weaknesses in the hockey leagues that we play in is that people don't shoot enough. Goalies aren't that good. Shoot the puck. You'll score. Anyway. Take shots. Take a swing. Do your thing. And do your thing with all your might, all your power, all your soul, all your strength. And you'll find it's not easier said than done. Just damn do it. It's easy for anybody. Easy is something you can do. You can freaking do it. I don't want to hear that. Michelle knows I'm messing with her. Trisha, you just hit the huge thing. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Do the thing you fear. That's the power. Do the thing you fear. Do the thing and you'll get the power. Don't wait to get the power before you do the thing. Do the thing and you'll get the power. Do the thing and you'll get the power. Do what you fear. And as Trina says, fly your freak flag high. Absolutely. When I was in sales, I coined this saying, there's no money in your comfort zone. Guess what, folks? It's true in life. There's nothing extraordinary in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is called your comfort zone because it's comfortable. Your comfort zone is called your comfort zone because you feel safe and warm and fuzzy there. Mother Dragons talks about Rocky Mountain climbing. Have you ever heard the song by Tim McGraw, Live Like You Were Dying? If you haven't heard it, listen to it. I would have done it, Joseph. I'd have yelled at him. But anyway, there's nothing remarkable in your comfort zone. Do you want to live a remarkable life? Get out of your comfort zone. Do you want to live a remarkable existence? Get out of your comfort zone. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. Soar with your strengths. Soar with authenticity. And get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. There's nothing extraordinary in your comfort zone. If you want to be extraordinary, get out of your comfort zone. And if you want to be extraordinary in 2018, check out Channel 27, Heidi Vandenberg. Check out Trisha G. Check out Leak Project, Rex Bear. Check out R. Wayne Steiger. Check out Violet Flame. Check out Overwatch Channel, Dan Contenta. Check out Sandra D. Check out Crypto Truth Seekers. Check out some of these great people on YouTube. And as you're checking out YouTube and you see someone where you say, oh, Jeff should have this person on, I want you to do two things for me. I want you to send me an email and say, hey, Jeff, check these people out. And I want you to send them an email and say, hey, you should have Jeff on your channel. You should go on Jeff's channels. I do have a list of the channels, Tiffany. Watch this. Watch this. You're on my channel. So if you go to my channel, Jeff Daugherty YouTube. Okay, here's my channel. Beware of the Christian whistleblower. Did you see that? If you go to my channel, right over here, it says interesting channels. Leak Project, Heidi Vandenberg, R. Wayne Steiger, Vinny Eastwood, Overwatch Channel. Huh. I guess it only has the top ones, but they're all under there. How do you get to the rest of them? I think I might be watching it as myself. If I look at it as a first timer. Anyway, here's the main ones of them. These I didn't put in. These YouTube just puts in. So here's my subscriptions over here. Leak Project, Steiger, Heidi, Overwatch Channel, Trisha G, Sandra D'Angelo, Crypto Truth Seekers, Mystic, Vinny Eastwood, Amber D, Bella Chartrand, Lady Weaver. Those are my Rocky Stucci. Those are my subscriptions. And these are the channels I recommend. So anyway, do that. And while you're here, you can always go to the Christian Whistleblower website. You can always donate right here. If you hit donate, it'll take you to the donation page. If you're being helped by this work, you can donate right here with PayPal. And I love the super chats, but just bear in mind, they do take a significant portion of that. So you can donate right here with PayPal, even if you don't have a PayPal account. And you can make it a monthly donation if you wish, or you can donate with your debit or credit card. Or if you really want to change your life in 2018, hit this Mistech logo. Half the time of sleep, twice the rest, improved performance in the gym. You keep asking me, Jeff, how are you looking so good? This is part of it. Greater meditation, astral projection, spiritual disciplines and practice, increase energy and vitality. Gentlemen, let me just say this to be as politically correct as I can. If you're using Viagra or Cialis now, if you get one or two of these bands, you will not need to use Viagra or Cialis anymore. But I recommend that when you wake up in the morning, you don't jump up real fast, because you might pass out, because your blood will have rushed from your brain to another portion of your anatomy. I'm just saying, if you have problems in that area, and a lot of people do, these will take care of you without the horrific side effects of the Viagras, the Cialises, and all that stuff. And if you don't believe me, believe Jen Fisher, who says, OMG, I love my Mistech band. I feel fan-freaking-tastic, totally alive. So there you go. And when you order through me, put your name, your email, Mistech, tell me what you want. You get a full 20% discount, and I get a little kicker. So it allows me to keep going to these places and doing these things, and showing you these great places that we're going to. And I don't think I showed you that, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So if you want to help, those are great ways that you can help. And I think that and you can also help me help you. So that's what I guess that Rex would call that your shameless plug. And that was my shameless plug. And there it is. Let me go ahead and run real quickly through the chat room again and see if I can answer any questions. I had a horrible 2017. Well, guess what? You're going to have a great 2018. Step out of your comfort zone. Check out my channel. It says Mind Over Matter. A little spammage, but that's okay. Thank you, Trisha G. I listed the channels. I was born this way, called a streaker as a child. I love to run naked in the house and the neighborhood. People are wondering right now, where does Michelle live? And, you know, nudity is very, very real. I wish that we could do more nudity, but I mean, I would love to do like a naked sun gazing, but I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I don't know if we're in a place where we could not be distracted by that, because if I'm doing naked sun gazing with a bunch of beautiful women, I'm going to have a hard time concentrating. I'm just going to be honest. And that's probably a weakness on my part, but it is what it is. So I think that, yeah, we need to get past that. In nudity, there is freedom in nudity. But anyway, would I have a Satanist on? Yes, I would. A list for you on the side of your computer. Good idea, Tiffany. I'm going to write it down on my whiteboard. That's a high percentage. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Trisha. A karaoke video. What's my favorite song? Wow, what is my favorite song? That's a tough one. My blink says Kentucky Rain by Elvis Presley. I would love to have Mark Passio on, but Mark hasn't responded to me. Much love to you, Violet Flame. He hasn't responded to me. I would love to have him on, and I would definitely have him come on. Rooney, what are you hollering about? You had your damn meetings. You had your meetings. Come over here. Trisha wants to see you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't be camera shy. Come on. Here's the unofficial mascot of NCK Jeffrey Doherty Show. It is Rooney Tooney, Pushy Kitten, Baby Cat. Say hello, Rooney, to everyone. Why are you being so noisy? You already had your meetings. I don't understand. Trisha says that she will abduct you if she gets a chance. And you would probably like for Trisha to abduct you. But she has another cat, so she's cheating on you. I just wanted you to know. See you later. Hush up. Anyway, Jen Fisher is gorgeous. And Jen Fisher can make you gorgeous just like Tiffany can, because Jen Fisher is a hairdresser and Tiffany is makeup extraordinaire. All righty. Paul was the tent maker. You need Tantra. Let me just be clear, Trisha. I don't need any Viagra myself. I don't need any Cialis myself. And if you'll notice, I wear 4 of those Mistec bands, 5 of those Mistec bands. So I don't need none of that stuff. Cynthia says she got her band yesterday and it feels like she has electric shocks. Yeah, some people are more sensitive to it. He does have beautiful eyes. Thank you so much. Rooney is a good baby kitten. All righty. I'm sorry to keep you here. I know we're doing silliness, but there's good naked and bad naked. That's funny. That's true, isn't it? That is true. 10 below in Minnesota. Trisha agreed to share custody of the cat. Just don't jump up too quick in the morning. Don't do it. He does have a 3rd and 4th eye. They all have that breed has that marking, which is interesting. And he is very vocal. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I salute you for being here. Thank you so much for spending some of your New Year's with me. I hope that you will continue to guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru. I hope that you will continue to ask questions and question answers. Be fearless and unindoctrinate yourself. You are the last generation of real humans. Let's get busy. Lose religion, find God, soar with your strengths. Forget your weaknesses. You miss all the shots you don't take. Go for it. Get out of your comfort zone. I'm out of inspiration. I salute you for being here, seeking after truth. We'll see you again real soon. As soon as I find the right button.